Hi everyone, it's Keighley here with another process video. I'm using my Mind the Scrap June kit, and for this one I'm going to do something slightly different because I'm going to be doing a cross stitch rather than the back stitch that I normally do. I actually used to really enjoy cross stitching when I was quite young. It was something that my mum taught me to do. I went off camera and cross stitched this heart, and I decided to do it in a yellow, it's like a yellowy colour that's in some of the embellishments in the kit, and I thought it matched really well. And now the photo that I'm scrapbooking is just one of TJ and Darcy, my children, and they're playing in the neighbour's pool. This is quite a recent photo actually, because we've had some really nice weather, so we've been able to, get out and enjoy the sun, and the kids love playing in the water. I always say they're my water babies. They're the first in the pool and they're the last to get out. And he's saying, it's always a battle to get them out of the bath as well. So anyway, the embellishments that I'm using are the die cuts that we got in the kit. And what you'll be able to see is what I've done is I separated them and just picked out some that I really liked the colours of and thought they'd match really well. I can't actually remember, I think it's from is it Simple Stories, Good Vibes? I think that's where they're from. And we also got the puffy stickers from the Patio Party collection. And I think all I pull off that one is the little bumblebee. It was the first thing I spotted on these puffy stickers, and I knew I was going to use it. I just thought it was absolutely adorable. I did pull out the enamel dots that we got in the kit, but I don't end up using any of those. I have pulled out these stickers, which are also from the Patio Party collection, I think. And I decided to use those for my title. I like how they're like a wood grain. The page is quite bright and colourful, and I just think this tones it down just a little bit. So that's the main design for the centre. I've put some flowers at the bottom just for a small cluster down there, and later on I do put something up at the top as well, just to try and balance it out a bit. I think I'm trying here, but it just doesn't look right at the moment. And the bumblebee gets moved as well, because I feel like he's just kind of floating off on his own up there. So now that I've kind of got a rough idea of what I want my layout to look like, I do decide to back it with some of the blue cardstock that we got in the kit. I think it's a Swiss dot. Is it the Basil Swiss dot ones? I could be wrong. I'm not too sure about that. And what I do, I'll just cut off half an inch off each side, and then I do back it in the cardstock, which I do cut some of it off because I end up gutting the cardstock because I absolutely love the colour and I really didn't want to waste much of it. So I think I cut some of it out here because obviously a lot of you all know how to gut a piece of cardstock so that you can save some for other layouts. I'm feeling so rusty doing this voiceover because I've just not had much time to do some scrapbooking. I've not had much time to do any videos or editing and things, especially the voiceovers. I've kind of set myself a goal that as long as I do one video a week, just whilst the weather's nice and we're getting out a lot more, so I'm not spending as much time at home. So I think if I do one a week for definite, then that way I'm still keeping up, doing a bit of scrapbooking whilst the weather's nice, and still being able to put some videos out for everyone. I don't know if you've noticed, but on my cross-stitched heart, which I didn't notice until the end, I actually missed a stitch, which I do correct this off camera, and before I took my photos of the layout. It was really bizarre that I didn't notice it at all whilst I was making it. It was at the end when I was, like editing the video, and I thought, oh, there's a stitch missing there. But like I said, I did correct that before it went into my album and things, so it's quite easy to sort out. It did actually help because I did gut the back, so I could still see my holes from the back of the layout. I do pop up the flowers at the bottom on some foam. I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension, because obviously when you're doing stitching on a background, it does, it is quite flat. So I popped those up on foam. I stuck the heart down with my glue. I think I did pop up my photo as well, and the little emoji, which I thought was adorable. And I did add some glue on the back of these stickers. They were actually very sticky on their own, but I just wanted to make sure that they were secure so that they didn't fall off and I had to go back at a later date and stick them back on. But there's not really much else to say about this layout. I really enjoyed doing the cross stitching. I loved that, the effect that it gave, and I'll definitely be doing that again in the future. And it was actually quite nice to do some hand stitching, because I feel like I've not really done much of it lately. It's been more just smaller details. I've not really done a background piece for quite a while. Now I'm just messing about again with a couple of the die cuts, because I knew I wanted to put something at the top just to kind of balance it out a bit. You can't really see because the camera's cut it off, but I do add a little label piece at the top. And I don't put any of the flowers with it, because it does have a blue flower on, which tied in quite well. I'm just umming and ahhing there. I've pulled it down now so you can see, but I think it just adds the blue and the yellow to the top of the page as well. And I like that, how it looks. I'm sorry that I keep clearing my throat. I've got a really dry throat. I just think it's so humid at the moment, and it's really affecting my throat at the moment. I decided to add a few cross-stitch details, one at the top and one at the bottom, just again to make sure there's a bit of everything in each area of the page. And I also do a little trail coming from the bumblebee, just like I usually do with the butterflies, and I just think it makes that look finished. I'll do the stitching off camera, which you'll be able to now see in some of the close-ups that I've put up. Thank you all for watching, and I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers as well. Bye.